What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So today, as you can tell by the title, I wanted to talk about the pros and cons of becoming a weight loss influencer. Now, I know that might sound a little weird because that's exactly, I would say, what I am. But I think that there are some good things about it and some things that I'm very, very, very grateful for and some things that I hope never change. But there are definitely some cons and some issues with becoming somebody that people look up to because of, you losing a massive amount of weight, or especially because you are trying to lose a massive amount of weight, that I think isn't really talked about. And I think it's really, really important that the conversation gets started on this. So as far as what I would say a weight loss influencer is, I guess there's a couple different things that can go into that. But for me, the definition I kind of think of, or the person that I think of, is either somebody that has lost a good amount of weight or somebody that is trying to lose a good amount of weight, and they're sharing their journey on social media, and in doing so, they have amassed a large following. And with that following, obviously there comes pressure, there comes, power, which sounds kind of weird, but it's very true, and there comes opportunity when you amass a large following. With all the things that I mentioned, there are good and bad parts to that. With power, there comes great responsibility, but it's very true. Like, when you have a lot of people following you, the words you say and the things that you speak and the things that you put out there, they have a lot more weight than, say, somebody that doesn't have a big following. So that's why I think it is very important, if you do become a weight loss influencer, to really understand that and to really respect the power that you've been given. I think that one of the coolest things with, weight loss influencers being a thing now is that people that are trying to lose weight are able to look up to people that are going on the same exact journey that they're trying to go on. Because before, social media and stuff, it was really hard to find people that had lost a lot of weight that were sharing that knowledge. It was pretty much always, just personal trainers that maybe had never been overweight, things like that. So it's really, really nice that social media has given that platform to people like me and so many others for us to share real life, like, this is what we went through, and be very real with the public and hopefully help people in that, those struggles. Now, as far as pressure, there's definitely good and bad parts to that. The saying goes, pressure makes diamonds. And I think that that's very true. Like, a lot of people ask me, do you think that having a social media following has helped you progress and helped you move forward and giving you something to strive for? And I would say that for me, it has been a positive influence on me, because it almost pushes me to maybe try new things, maybe things that I wouldn't try regardless. Like, I really do think that I would be motivated without social media being there, but I would say that social media has given me an outlet, and it's pressured me into doing things that maybe I wouldn't have in the past. And that might sound like a negative, but for me, it has been a positive. I just completed the marathon. That might not have been something that I would have tried without social media, but for me, it's really hard to kind of take fitness and social media and separate them, because for me, when I started like Obese to Beast, when I started this channel, it was pretty much right when I started working out. So for me, social media and fitness has always been intertwined. And that might sound dirty to some people, and people might be like, wow, that's a little ridiculous, but that is just my reality. I started my social media to document my fitness journey, and that's what it has continued to do. Now, on the flip side of that, pressure can actually be, something that destroys things and becomes detrimental. I have tons of friends that are weight loss influencers that, with the pressure that's involved in, having such a large following, whatever it might be, it ends up kind of crushing you, because you feel that pressure and you feel this unnecessary need to be like perfect. And in reality, nobody's perfect, but it's hard to share your faults with people that might look up to you when you're not ready really to be looked up to yet. Now, I know that sounds harsh, but I kind of want to try and explain it a little bit more. But, if you're somebody that has gotten morbidly obese, myself included, you obviously had some real issues with food that got you to that point. And it is not as easy as just losing the weight to be like, oh, I'm done with this, these issues with food. So people start following this person that still maybe has issues, again, myself included, and they're trying to give out advice, not even trying to be malicious. They're genuinely trying to give out advice, but as they're giving out their advice, maybe they're still struggling really hard in the background. And this is really prevalent in people that are still on their weight loss journey, that amass a following, and they're not even able to lose weight really anymore, because the pressure that is being put on themselves, maybe it's even by themselves, but from the other people that are following them, it becomes too much to handle, and it can really hinder a lot of progress from people that aren't really ready to have that sort of following yet. Now, I want to make it very clear, I'm not trying to blame anybody here. I'm not trying to blame the influencer. I'm not trying to blame the followers. I'm just saying that this is what I've seen happen. I think it's more of like a kind of a perfect storm scenario because, again, I don't think pressure is always a bad thing, but I think it can end up becoming a bad thing. I've always said that losing weight is really, really difficult, and trying to keep that weight off is even more difficult. And then when you add a following to that, whether it might even be, say you're on The Biggest Loser, right? And you have all these people watching you all around America on the TV show, that is unnecessary pressure that is getting put on yourself. And then it's the same thing with being a social media influencer or somebody that has this large following. You have this pressure that has been thrust onto yourself that maybe you're not ready for. And that pressure can lead people to do maybe dishonest things. So say you're a weight loss influencer, you've been doing really well, but you had a rough couple months and you've actually gained 30 pounds, but you're really, really nervous to share that with the people that are following you because you're gonna feel like you let them down. So instead of saying anything about it, you just in your head say, okay, I'm just gonna really buckle down and try and lose this 30 pounds. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And then people start to notice that you have gained some weight and you haven't been losing weight. And then they start to question what's going on. You're still afraid to say anything. So now people are starting to perceive you as a liar or somebody that they can't trust. And that can turn into a whole big thing that is not good for anybody. Now, I understand that I'm saying all these bad scenarios that can happen, but these are just things that I've noticed. Now, there are tons of good things. And I think for me, being somebody that really does enjoy pushing themselves, I don't know what it is, but maybe I'm just lucky that I have been able to fall into a space where I'm comfortable with, one, sharing when I do mess up. I'm comfortable going out of my comfort zone. You know, doing CrossFit for me was out of my comfort zone, doing the marathon, all of those things, maybe doing something again in the future. Like, I don't mind doing that. And it's really fun for me to document that. So I have things to document outside of just losing weight. It's like, okay, yeah, I lost weight. Now let's see how I maintain it. Let's see me train for this marathon. Let's see all these other things that I want to do with my life. But when it's only weight loss and you feel like you're either valuable because you've lost weight or not valuable anymore because you haven't lost weight, that is a very, very scary situation to be in. Now, I would say an extreme example of the negative side effects of becoming a weight loss influencer. Now, this is somebody that I was planning on never really talking about again, but I really think that it's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, is the YouTuber Amberlynn Reid. Now, if you're not familiar with who this is, I would suggest you watching my other videos on this person. I'm not trying to go into detail about this, but Amberlynn Reid is a weight loss YouTuber, or just, a weight loss influencer that has a channel that is basically based on her trying to lose weight. That is, she might disagree with that, but that is the basis of her channel. And recently, over the past few years, she hasn't lost any weight. She's gained, close to maybe 250 pounds now. And it's gotten to a point where I think she's pretty much just completely given up on trying to lose weight. But the thing is that the people that follow her, that's what they want to see. And it's understandable that that's what they want to see, because she's truly in a position where it's life and death now. And it's really, I know that this is kind of heavy, but it really is sad for me to see how far she's kind of, I guess you could say, fallen, because I truly do believe that anybody is redeemable. I truly do believe that anybody can lose weight if they put their mind to it. I don't think that there's some reason that she can't. I just truly do believe that it's because she doesn't believe in herself. And especially where she is now, she doesn't believe in herself. But again, she understands that the people follow her because they want to see her lose weight. And so now, she's just putting up videos of her eating random snacks, not even really trying to lose the weight.
Oh, this is like cheddar. Mmm! That's a freaking Cheeto puff.
And that's what can happen because you deal with so many people that want to see you lose weight, that are congratulatory when you are losing the weight. But once you're not, they completely flip the script, that it can be very, very hard to deal with. Now, I want to make it very clear, I am not at all trying to defend her actions, because I think what she has done is absolutely disgusting, and I don't think it's right. And I think that if she's really at a point where she doesn't think she can lose weight, she needs to, come to terms with that and maybe seek help, because she truly is in a position where it's really life or death, and it's very, very scary. But I think that again, I know that's an extreme example, but it can get to that point where the fan base or the people that are following you, it becomes so toxic for everybody involved. It becomes toxic that it's no longer helpful for the person that is trying to lose the weight, that is trying to share their journey. The social media aspect is no longer a useful tool. And it's the same thing for the people that are following, because I truly do think the best thing for her to do now is to just get off social media, to get off YouTube. And I understand that this is her job, so that's probably not going to happen. But if I were to be, the one person giving her advice, that would be the first thing I would say is, it is not helping you anymore. Social media is not helping you anymore. You trying to influence other people or share your journey is not a helpful tool for you anymore. So you need to just get off of it and do this on your own. That would be my advice to really anybody that is struggling with, having a social media platform, not losing weight, but that's what their whole, platform is about, is losing weight. Is you need to just step away from social media and take care of the things that you need to take care of to lose the weight. Because again, right, if we're trying to lose weight, most of us, and I'm assuming most people that are watching my channel, you have a lot of weight to lose, and it's to a point, it's not just for aesthetics, right? It's for living a better life. It's for living a longer life. You might be 200 pounds overweight or something like that, right? So you're doing it because you want to live longer, or you want to live a better life. So that's what you should be focused on. You shouldn't be focused on trying to inspire people, at least at the moment. You should be focused on, I need to lose this weight and I need to save my own life. And then my advice for, maybe people that are watching this video, or just in general, like, follow weight loss influencers and do get motivation out of it. One, I want to make it very clear, there's nothing wrong with that. And I truly enjoy what I do. And I'm talking about myself when I'm making this video, right? I truly enjoy what I do. But if you are somebody that watches these videos, or you look up to people on Instagram, whatever it might be, just take a step back and understand that those people are just regular humans, and they're going to make mistakes. So don't think that they are better than you, or that they hold some sort of secret that you don't have. Now, I am actually very, very interested what you guys think about this topic. It has been something that's kind of been stewing in my brain for a good amount of time, and I just felt like today was a good day to kind of put it out there. Hopefully I was able to get my points across. Again, I think that weight loss influencers, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. And I'm not saying there shouldn't be weight loss influencers. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow weight loss influencers. All I'm saying is that I think we all need to take a step back and look at, the situation we've created, and see if it's good, if it's bad, what we can do better. And I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. So if you want to leave a comment down in the comment section, like who you follow, the positives about that, the things that you think are good about the people that you follow, and maybe the things that you've noticed that aren't very good. I'm not trying to say that I am the end all be all here at all. I'm just trying to start a conversation here, because I would love to have maybe other people chime in, other weight loss influencers, things like that. I think it could be a really good conversation, and it can be really healing to the space that we're in right now. Again, I want to make it very clear, I am very grateful for what I have. I'm very grateful for the things that I'm able to do. So I'm not at all trying to make it seem like I'm complaining about it. I want this space to be better for myself, for the other influencers, but mainly for the people that are watching. I want you to get more value out of the people that you follow. And hopefully this video can, start that conversation. So I really, really appreciate you guys watching today's video. Also, I'd love to know what you guys think about actually having the mic in the video, because I think it'll make a lot better audio, but I don't know how I feel about actually being able to see the mic. But if you could leave a comment about that, that would be great. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look how buff I am.
Obey the warning signs, and when there are flashing lights or wigwags, don't attempt to cross until they come to a complete stop.